Hello everyone, my name is DerKrampus, and today we'll be starting a fresh playthrough of Sailwind. Sailwind is an early access title created by Raw Lion Workshop. It's part sailing simulator, part trading game, part survival sim. You'll take on the role of a seafaring merchant and deliver goods to various islands and archipelagos using a number of sailboats that are driven by mostly realistic sailing physics. In doing so, you need to learn how to manage your basic needs, how to handle your boat, and how to navigate at sea. I can't recommend this game enough. It's fun, it's mostly relaxing, but it's challenging, and it can get surprisingly intense when things get out of hand. It's one of those games where getting it right can feel immensely satisfying, and I like it a lot. Today we'll be taking on a sort of restricted style of playthrough that I saw over on Dalton Rutlinger's channel. If you have somehow stumbled upon this video without having reached his channel, please give him a look. He does good work. Anyway, I've got almost 700 hours in the game, and I'm starting over with certain rules in place because they seem like a good way to liven up the game between content releases. In this playthrough, our character is a man who always dreamed of becoming a sailor. He started sweeping floors at the local post office, and when a delivery captain came up for promotion to the international route, he was trained to take his place on the local circuit. Now, the company's given him command over his own vessel, and it remains company property and comes with certain stipulations attached. Firstly, we can only carry the mail. We're not allowed to take on any other jobs or to purchase or trade any sort of goods. We can only carry the mail either to or from our home region or within our home region, so we can't start off in Al-Ankh, hop to Emerald, and then hop to Astron with the mail. We have to conduct regular mail service to all of the islands in the home region. And to start with, I'm going to say that each one has to receive at least one visit from us every 2 weeks. We have to keep the boat clean, and we can only purchase navigational tools from our home region. We can freely refit the boat, but it has to be conducted through the company's preferred contractor in the capital of our home port. When entering a new region, we have to either have a map purchased already or obtain one as soon as it's available. And once we purchase one of the large ships, we're free of all the company regs and we can run it however we please. I'm running a mod that adds a large, fast endgame ship into the game. The end goal of this run will be to purchase that ship, equip it, and then sail it to Kronos. Now, in the interest of this not being a complete clone of Dalton's game, I'm going to roll a d20, and depending on the number, we're going to choose our starting region based off that. So the lower third, 1 to 7, will be Al-Ankh, and then from 8 to 14, we'll call that Emerald Archipelago, and from 15 to 20 will be Ford Astron. So let's see what we get. That's a 15, so we will be starting off in Fort Astron, or in the Astron region at least, with the cog. So I'm going to start this off the way that, oh my, that sounded wonderful. Okay, we're going to start this off the way most people would. We're going to take our tutorial scrolls. Not going to need the lantern or the mug. We'll keep the map. We're not going to keep the table. We'll let the cheese float there for now. We're going to sell these off to get some coin so that we can start actually equipping ourselves. Going to sell the lantern off. We don't really need that just yet. Don't need the tutorial. Cool. I am running a few mods that will change some things up, but most of them are immersion-based mods. One is the improved anchor mod that'll let us drag the anchor out and use it to winch the boat around. I'm also running the idle fishing mod that'll let us kind of just drape a fishing rod over the back of the boat and use that to catch fish while we're off doing other things, instead of having to hold it in our hands. I'm using a mod that allows rain barrels to fill up in the rain, and for the sake of YouTube purposes, because dark is really dark once the video gets compressed, I'm also running the Infinite Lanterns mod because I will be running the lanterns far more than I otherwise would. Just don't want to deal with having to refill them constantly. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick out some jobs. What else do we need? We've got water. Let's pick up a little bit more cheese for the road. We have money for it. We have money for it. One of the first things we're going to do is we're going to have to do something about this sail plan. Because it's not that bad once you get used to it, but it's not that great either. We really want to get something that's a little bit more flexible, especially if we have to hit all of the islands. So, luckily we can't take any of that, any of that, any of that. We can only take the mail. Which way's the wind blowing right now? Blowing that way, so blowing towards the northeast. We're in Siren Song. There's nothing northeast of us here. Let's go northwest to east wind and then make our way down through the chain. That seems like a plan. Can't take that. Mail. Okay. Mail to east wind. There we go. We'll just start with that. Yeah, I've been watching through this whole playlist that Dalton has over on his channel, and it's just great. He's way better at this than I am. But, I don't know. Seems like a good way to liven things up. I don't think we need to worry about our nutrition just yet. Can we afford a second fishing rod? We can just afford a second fishing rod. Alright. Hopefully this will help keep us from just starving to death real early on in the game. Or this could be a very short playthrough. Up we go. Cast that off in the water there. Let that lay. I mean, it makes sense, right? If the hook's in the water, people, you know, trawl with fishing rods all the time. Okay. Push this off in the dock. Board. We want to get going northwest. So, really want to go that way. Probably want to come around the island to this side over here and then circle back. Can we get around that corner? We can get around that corner. No problem. No problem. Let's get some speed going. Oh shoot, you know what I forgot to do? You know what I forgot to get? I forgot to get a bottle of water to replace the mug we sold. Jeez. Get it together, Krampus. Get it together. Alright. Let's get the sails up. We're dragging the anchor. There we go. Alright. What a way to start off, huh? God, everyone's going to be laughing at us. They were like, wow, look at this guy. We're holding him a big send-off. This big break. He finally gets to captain his boat. The wife and kids were probably out here. The mom and dad were probably out here. And we sail off and have to come swimming back, pull a U-turn. How embarrassing. There we go. Can we hitch a ride? Hello? No? No. He very much doesn't want us to hitch a ride. Okay. I see how it is, but I see how it is. Yeah, you too. You too. You ask someone for just a little bit of help, and they just unnaturally pivot their boat on a dime and leave you stranded in the water. Some people. I mean, the nerve, right? The nerve. It's common courtesy, sir. Ugh. Eh. That's all right. Someday we're going to be in the brig, we're going to be in the clipper, and he's still going to be sailing his little cog sloop around. And oh, yeah, that's all I've got to say about that. Some people. Okay, nobody saw that, right? Nobody saw that at all? No? Okay, good. That's the other thing improved anchor does. It slows the winch down when it's being hauled under load, and then it'll speed up once the anchor is kind of pulled free of the bottom. It's a nice touch. Shows you how far out the anchor line is. There we go. Okay, so that didn't happen. Nobody saw that. None of you saw that, and especially none of you saw that. Did you? Alright. Let's not just immediately run back aground. Alright, we're going north-northeast. We really need to get going northwest, so let's go ahead and continue to rotate around. We're gonna let that out. And we'll keep it coming this way. Let's swing around the outside of this island so we're not coming up too close to the wind. What are we doing on our sail angle here? Yeah, I can come in a bit. There we go. Alright, so that's doing 2 days. I think we can make that. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. Unless the wind is coming directly from east wind, in which case we, yeah, that would be our luck, wouldn't it? That would be our luck. I've caught a fish. Not on that one. That one. That one. That one. It's caught a fish. I hear a sail flapping around. I think we're okay. We'll adjust that in a minute. There we go. A good start. All right. And we're just going to have to learn to love sushi for now, I think. There we go. It's not very filling, but it's mostly free. That's really what we're worried about. So we're going to go ahead and extend beyond the island here. Really want to come into it at about that angle once we get around the corner. If we bring this boat too close up to the wind, it's just going to stall out. We're going to be dead in the water. So it really is a fast little boat once you get everything trimmed up. It's not as bad as some people think it is. It really isn't. We're going to let these just go completely free there. There we go. We're looking for about that southwest angle. Actually, no, we want to go northwest, don't we? Which way's the wind coming from? Northwest? Northwest. We're almost going northwest already. Almost. Let's see, can we keep power on the sails at northwest? We absolutely barely can. Alright. Let's just go northwest. We'll adjust as necessary. Yeah. Yeah, I like that just fine. Okay. So unfortunately, right now, there's not a whole lot to show. Just kind of cruising along. Glassy, flat weather. Some other mods that we have installed. We have the Random Encounters mod installed and the Sea Life mod installed. So we might see something from those at some point just to liven things up. Also, I have a mod installed that shows us the percentage return on any trade goods when we're going to pick them up. And that's just back of the napkin math anyway. I don't consider that much of a cheat. It just saves you the time of waiting for me to scribble things out on scratch paper. And we're not allowed to use them anyway. So you wouldn't even have to worry about that for the next, I don't know, 30 episodes maybe. It's got a fish on, but as soon as I reel it in, that fish is going to start, like, perishing. It's going to stop being fresh. And the timer's then on it or it's going to rot. So for now, I think we'll just keep it, like, gill hooked back there and drag it behind the boat. Eventually, we're going to raise this top off here and put either a low cabin on it or an open cabin. I kind of like having it up there because it gives us a place to store things, but it does really weigh a lot and tends to make the boat heel over quite a bit. So, we're going to go ahead and drink a little bit of water. And then take our course. We are going northwest. Which isn't going to take us directly to Eastwind, but let's go ahead and take a quick nap. Let's see if we can get ourselves a little bit closer there. There is no time compression in this game except for when you sleep. This is the only way to kind of speed along, just to sleep through it. So there's a good chance we'll come out of this and it'll be pitch black and you won't be able to see a thing, and if that happens, I'll pause recording and come back to you once we have something for you to actually look at. Let's see. Oh, we're taking a long nap. We're just outright sleeping over here. Alright. The game does automatically wake you up in certain situations. If there's a major wind... Oh, yeah. Yeah, very dark. Alright. So there's Siren's song and everything out that way. Oh, okay. I think... wind is coming out that way. I think we can turn due west now. Let's see where that takes us. Let's make a course change. Due west. And the wind is sailing pretty close up on the wind now. That's okay, we're trimmed for it. I don't see any dark shapes on the horizon. That might be east wind. Could be sailing ourselves off to a disaster, but it is kind of far up there. Let's take another nap. How's our needs? We're good. We'll take another nap. We'll see where we end up. Hopefully we'll wake up and the sun will just be rising, and we'll be able to immediately pick out east wind and we haven't just crashed directly into it. That would be my luck. I have hit my target directly on more than one occasion. Alright, we're fully rested. Oh, the moon is up. We appear to be at a complete stand, so we're going backwards. We are going backwards. Okay. We have fallen off the wind, and we are now reversing. Alright, that's fine. We'll just go back until we catch the wind again. Is that it? Is that where we need to be? Yes. No. Yes. Okay, good. There we go. Everything is fine. Your captain is not a complete incompetent. Yeah. Yeah. We're good. We'll take that fish, though. I take both of those fish. I could go for a fish. Is that it right there? No, that's just everything else. Alright. What's that? Oh, that's the moon going down. Fantastic. Alright. So soon it's just going to be all the dark. Additional mod, it's a food kind of health bar mod, shows how far cooked things are, how far dried they are, whether or not they're starting to perish on us, that sort of thing. Just gives us a little bit more information about what's going on with the food, because I haven't really played a lot with the new preservation mechanics, and if we're going to learn on the fly, kind of want some training aids there. There we go. Some more sushi. Delicious sushi dinner. Okay. Alright, we're making progress. We've got the wind. Not too bad. Let's get some water. And just a little bit more just to be safe, kind of keep that from happening again. We'll take another nap. On sunrise, where are you? It was still light when we went to bed. It'll probably still be dark when we wake up. Yep, and it is. Kind of looking at the stars and just trying to spot any sort of masses blacking them out anywhere. I don't see anything in any direction. You really need to be heading more west than north. Wind is coming from the south-southwest. think I'm maybe west-northwest. At least. Weather's getting a little bit worse. I hear the wind starting to howl a little bit. But it's fine. Everything's fine. Everything is... oh, my. Everything's A-okay. I promise. I promise. You know, this really does feel like we're very far away, doesn't it? Like, is that Eastwind, like, right there? I don't know. I honestly don't know. That could be it. That could be it. Like, I could be sailing us out into the open ocean right now. For all I know. Hey, the sun is rising. The sun's coming up right there. So here, let's take a look around. There's a whole lot of nothing out there. It is just nothing. Okay. We're far too far out. It's not out here. Let's go that way. That way, yes. That way. Mm-hmm. There's no need to worry, everyone. I'm a professional. Professional what? I don't know. Let's pull the square sail around. Get back on this side. Oh my goodness. Goodness, hold on. Oh. Sir. Sir, are you alright? Okay, so that's that random encounters mod I was talking about. Sometimes you'll encounter shipwrecks and flotsam and things like that. I don't think there's any survivors there, though. It's just... ugh. Alright. So that just confirms it. That confirms it. This is a bad place for us to be. In a rowboat. Alright. We're gonna go that way. That looks promising. That little rock there, that might be where we're going. Or that might be. See that little nubbin right there? Is that where we need to be? That'll try. Just head vaguely in this direction. We're bound to hit something. At some point. Eventually. There's no wind there. There is no wind there. Okay. Go to this little nubbin. There. I think that's like Mount Malefic way off and forever away. There we go. Alright, let's have our breakfast sushi. Breakfast of champions, day old sushi. There is definitely something right there, though. I don't know what it is. But if we come this way, and we climb up on it, and we get closer, and it is where we're supposed to be, then we'll be at a better angle, and we can kind of come up on the wind, or cross over the wind and come to it. Can you tell it's been a while since I've played? Because it has been a little while. At least it's a nice day, though. This game really does have some beautiful sunrises. I am running a reshade preset. I don't know if that's going to show up in the recording or not, but it looks just gorgeous where I'm at right now. I think that is east wind over there. You know, right where the wind is coming from. Yeah, we'll make our way forward for a bit, and then we'll swing our way over. Let's take a rest. One more rest. Get ourselves towards midday. And hopefully we'll have a more clear picture of what we're dealing with here. Can you imagine everyone just watching us sail off in the complete wrong direction, wondering where we're going with everybody's mail? Okay. How are we looking now? It is still just directly downwind, or upwind, rather. Huh. Now let's go over onto a starboard tack. Or port tack? Which one is this? It's coming from the port, but it's going to the starboard, so the sails will be on the starboard side. I'm not sure which one that is. But we are getting some very strong wind. So we're going to heel over a whole lot once this sail pops over to the side. Oh yeah. Alright. That come over here. Get established back on this side. There we go. There we go. We'll just zigzag our way vaguely closer to it. And hopefully the wind won't just keep on following us. It's due tomorrow. We have time. We're making decent progress. We will be just fine. I'm just taking little naps so that when the time comes and we get there, we're not going to arrive exhausted and have to kind of rush our way into port. Okay. Yep. I think we could make that happen. I think we could make that happen. Yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Hard over to port. Make the turn. You're not going to make the turn, are you? You're not. I bet you're not. Alright, just tighten that up. I would rather overturn than underturn so that we make it all the way through this side. There we go. Alright. Let's see how we're doing. Okay, yeah, we can come up about a point. So like right there. There we go. You can hear the wind howling. Thankfully, we're not terribly loaded down, so we shouldn't have to worry about it too much. We're not sitting real low in the water. I really do like this game, though. For all the frustration it can deal out, because the wind always seems to be coming from exactly where you don't need it to come from. It does feel really satisfying to get it right, get where you're supposed to go. So for anyone who's new to the game, you pretty much want to take the angle of the wind to your boat and then try to split that difference with your sails. So we're not really pulling a whole lot of wind. Either of these sails, we are sailing really close to the wind right now, but it is enough to get us going. And as long as we're moving forward, that's really all that matters. let's get some lunch. The good news is, once we get to Eastwind, everything should be more or less downwind from there. We can just sweep our way down through Eastern and complete our mail service obligations. There we go. That's one. Keep the hook. Good. I feel like the wind changed. Did the wind change, or did it just die down a bit? We're turning. Why are we turning? Okay. Good enough for now. Oh, we already got another fish. Look at that. This is basically how you would fish on a normal sailboat at sea. You would just bait a hook and then let it drag. You might not even have it on a fishing rod. You might just kind of hand line it with a spool of line. Or a spool of heavy leader or something like that. It's starting to rain. It's starting to rain. Let's take our water barrel, put it with the spout side up. And let's put it out here, because it will eventually start to refill with water in the rain. And the harder it rains, the more it'll fill. I didn't want to do that. There we go. Alright. We're making progress. Making very little progress, but we are making progress. That's the best we've done all day. And that is Eastwind. For sure. It's gotta be. There's literally nothing else that could be. Let's pass a little bit more time, make a little bit more progress back, and see where we end up. Now, if we take on water, or we hit something, or the wind changes drastically, it should wake us up. Otherwise, we'll just wake up when we're hungry or thirsty or no longer tired. Alright. But there's that guy that left us behind, isn't it? I bet you it's that same guy. I'll bet you anything that is the same guy. Look, it's that little gaff-rigged cog again. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on to you. I'm on to you, here to steal the secrets of my intensely good navigational skills. Aren't you? Yeah. Yeah, he's not fooling anyone. He's definitely not fooling me. Everyone's like, oh, that guy's such a good sailor now. I know your game, gaff-rigged man. I know your game. It's this game. It's Sailwind. Yeah. Yeah, you keep on sailing, buddy. You just go that way, and I'll go this way. You're like, look at me. I've already been to Eastwind, and I'm already unloaded and on my way back. Bah. Bah. It's not about speed. It's about quality, and we're hauling the mail. Good sir, we're hauling the mail. Yeah. The nerve of some people. I'm just gonna use this little corner of the screen look over there. We're supposed to go up the middle there. Are we? Are we supposed to go up the middle of that? I really don't know. I'm not sure. I'm reasonably sure. Yeah, I think we're I think we're supposed to go between these islands. I think. That looks like the town. And it's due tomorrow, so the sun could set and come back up and we'd still be on time with the mail. I call that a good start. Clearly, this is what we were born to do. We've gotten off of Siren Song. We're on our own boat. We're on the company boat. We're on the company boat, but it's our franchise, I guess you could say. Oh, look. Isn't that pretty? Lovely. Alright. See, it's a good omen. It's a good omen. Is it a good omen? I think it's a good omen. Is our rain barrel filling? Is that still working? It is. It is. We were at 55 before. Again, in real light rain like this, it doesn't do a whole lot, but it does do something. And we can also refill it at any of the wells that we might find in the game. Alright. This game really is gorgeous. The water physics just look right, they feel right, they don't clip through the boat or anything like something games you sometimes see. And that's not to rip on anyone else. I'm happy to have any kind of this sort of game out there because it's kind of a niche thing, isn't it? But we've got a glut of really good sailing games going on right now. I think Stormworks just released all of its sailing things. We have Following Seas in demo with more content coming. We've got Sail the Seas out there, which is a very different feel. I kind of like the really artistic look they've gone with here. Right, so we're going to want to go into the channel this way. We might just want to pull up the square sail for now. We don't want to come in too fast. We want to be able to dump the wind if we need to. Yeah, we're almost in. Another thing we could do is we could pick up the anchor and swim it out there and then winch ourselves in without the sails, which is what they would have done in historic times. That would be called kedging, I do believe. It's warping if you use a winch and something on land to pull you along. It's kedging if you're using an anchor to pull yourself along. Alright. So let's just get kind of on track to sail close to the dock. We'll reef in the jib, furl it up. I think we've got enough momentum to kind of see us to the dock here. There we go. Nice and easy. We'll just tie ourselves off. Oh no. That was great. Nobody saw that. You, sir? You on the bench, you didn't see that. You may think you saw something, but you didn't see anything. I am a professional mailman. And I come hauling the mail for you, sir. In fact, it's probably your mail. Look at him, he wishes he could be a mailman. That's where we were. That's where I was. I was sitting on the bench just watching the boats come and go. He desperately wants his prime delivery. That's what this is. He's just sitting waiting. It's been porch pirated all day long by other people. Every time he orders something, it gets misdelivered out to Fort Astron or whatever. There we go. Alright, where can we go from here? We have to haul the mail. Spire, Fay Valley. Wind is kind of blowing from over there. That way. So the wind's coming out of the south. And everything is south of here. It doesn't get much more north than where we are right now. So, it's really just anyone's guess. So we can go 5 days to Sunspire. I think we come down, we hit Siren Song, Fay Valley, Firefly Grotto, Sunspire, then loop back, Fort Aestrin, Aestra Abbey, Oracle doesn't matter, and then we'll go back up to Eastwind and make it a loop of it. Yeah, so let's... We can only take 2, I think. How many can we take? What's our reputation like? Yeah, we can only take 2. So let's take our 2 closest ones. And that's going to be Fay Valley and Siren Song. So we'll go home to Siren Song. And we'll grab the one to Fay Valley as well. And that's going to be our delivery for this one. The rain is picking up. It's getting worse. It's not ideal. But it is what it is. How rotten is my cheese? It's getting there. They're both getting there. We'll just leave one. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's a well here. We can just refill our water there. Not that we're running low, but... yeah. And it's raining. See, it really doesn't refill quickly. You would really want to have multiple partially full barrels out in the rain, I think, in order to get a fair amount of water from them. You just come up till it's ready, hit R. When you pop back, it should have some rain in it, shouldn't it? There it is. Alright. There we go. We're full. Alright. Back up top. We have both bundles of mail. We do have both bundles of mail. Okay. Let's cast off. And I think, with the wind blowing right in our face, probably going to want to square the sail up. I think. Let's brace it up. Brace it up. There we go. So that we're backing it with the wind. And I think we reverse our way out of port. There we go. Yeah, we'll just let it push us back this way. Head for Siren Song, which is right there. We can see it. With this extremely strong wind, there's essentially no chance of us missing it, I don't think. We'll let this side loose. So when it comes time, I want it to fall over onto that side as we come through the wind. There we go. And we're going to get it back behind the sail. There we go. Straighten out. Let this go loose. Pull in all the way over here. And then drop the jib. We've got a lot of rearward momentum, but we are... There we go. Oh, almost ran it aground. Alright. It is... There's a lot of wind. There's a lot of wind. I think we're gonna reef everything up to about halfway up. So we just need a little bit less sail so we don't roll the boat over. How are we looking? Is that mostly straight? Alright. And now we can turn out of the wind a bit more. You don't really want to get sideways to the wind when it's howling like this with full sail, or it will just push you right over. Okay, so it's about 90 degrees, so let's pull this, get that to about a 45, let this out also to about a 45. Are we looking? How's our steering look? Steering's pretty close to the center. It's trying to turn us away from the wind a bit. So we'll let out a little bit more in our forward sail there. Alright. Let's try to steer us away from the wind. We need to bring that in a bit. Tighten that down. That'll put more sideways pressure at the front of the boat. Yeah, there we go. Now it's almost centered up. That should mean we won't drift all that much. With that, I think it's time to take a nap so that you actually have something to look at. How are we doing on recording time? 52 minutes. I say we go until we hit Siren Song and then we call it a night. What do you think? I think that's a good plan. So yeah, the goal is to buy the Clipper from the Shattered Seas mod, which costs 550 gold. And then we're going to take that out to Kronos. We'll probably upgrade it, get it fitted out exactly the way we like it first. And then we'll take it out. Look at us getting close. Closer and closer. It really should be like a recognition guide for just the silhouettes of the different islands. So that at night, when you see what's blocking out the stars in a given area, you can kind of make out which island it is. That'd be handy. Someone should do that. Someone else, not me. Not me. I'm not the guy to do that. But some other person should volunteer their time and effort and do that for me. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds much better. Alright. A little bit closer. A little bit. God, the game's gorgeous. Hopefully, we'll be able to avoid some lanterns and we'll get the boat lit back up again. So there'll be a little bit more for everyone to look at once we're out on the water. Because right now, I know that YouTube does not like dark. And you're probably just looking at a white dot in the middle of a black screen at the moment. And that's... I mean, it's okay, but it doesn't exactly make for riveting YouTube, does it? Alright, let's take another tiny nap. Just trying to leapfrog our way forward and try and give you something interesting to see. Plus, it does mean that by taking those little naps, we're probably not going to just race right on past our destination. Just watch it's somehow Mount Malefic in the exact opposite corner of the archipelago, and we've somehow blown all the way from the top to the bottom. That would be my kind of luck, but I think we're okay. I think that's where we're supposed to be. The weather is calming down, so I think we can just drop our sails all the way out again. Yeah, it's not going to push us over anymore. Yeah, we're getting close. Alright. And start to actually make out the details in the rock. So we'll be making probably a nighttime approach into Siren Song here. I'm not even going to have the moon. The moon's going down. I think. Or is it just behind a cloud? It's down. Okay. You know, worst case, if it looks like we're going to smash into something, we could just drop the anchor. That'll mostly stop us. Mostly. It should. That's my least favorite term. Should. You know, the sail should hold. The wind should be favorable. The reactor shouldn't explode. But will it? It is kind of eerie coming in the dark. But once we come around the corner, I'm confident we'll see the lights right around here. Let the sail back up again. So it takes a while to bring these particular sails in. The gaff sails, you can just kind of drop them like a sack of potatoes. With these, you gotta kind of winch them up. So the wind will be almost entirely at our back coming in here. Which means we'll be coming in fast. It also means that that sail's probably doing us no good at all. I do love the art style in the game, too. It's not trying to be photorealistic, and I think it's going to age better because of it. Because yesterday's photorealistic games are today's fake-looking games, but games that have a more stylized look seem like they hang on a little bit better. And these are just the kind of games I play now. I used to play World of Warships and online competitive games and shooters and Call of Duty and things like that. And now it's just... Now I just want to unwind. You know, I've got a job, got a kid, a family, all that. It's just a good, chill game to kind of play it until you can't stay awake anymore and then pass out. Which is what I'll probably do once we're done here. Right. Hey everyone, we're back home. Hello, hello. Yeah, we We didn't get lost. We totally didn't get lost. We definitely just went directly to Eastwind. It was an effortless and extremely professional, and honestly, we looked really handsome doing it too, if I must say. And I'm not the one saying that. There were many people who were like, wow, that is the best mailman, the best looking mailman in the best looking mail boat that I have ever seen in recent memory. So yeah. What do you guys think of that? Everyone who said I couldn't make it. What about you? What do you think? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Anyway, Eastwind sends its regards. They send their regards. And we're 2 days ahead of schedule. Look at that. This is the wrong board. This is Fay Valley. Go. You didn't see it. You saw nothing. That's not for you. It's not for you. No. No. Hands to yourself. Alright. So we're going to Fay Valley next. Though we might as well just grab mail to the same place. Can we take more yet? Not yet. Alright. Next time. Next time, maybe. Next time. So with that, we're home. We're safe. The sun is rising. We'll be heading over there today. But that'll be for another time. Thank you so much for watching, everyone who stuck it out this far. I hope this series takes off, and I hope you'll all join me for it. So, thank you so much. If you liked it, drop a like or subscribe. Help the channel grow. It would really mean a lot to me. Thank you so much, and have a great night.